In this session, you will learn about the languages and the technologies you are using to create a website. First is of course HTML, the hypertext markup language. Going back to the history of HTML, it was invented in 1990 by Sir Tim Berners-Lee, who is known as the father of the World Wide Web. The latest version of HTML is HTML5, which we are using in this course. So HTML is used to hang items on a website. What do you mean hang items on a website? That is, we can hang images, videos, or even other languages like CSS and JavaScript in any place we want in the screen. And that is what we are calling HTML is used to hang items on a website. HTML defines the structure of the website. Now this is very important. The HTML syntax can be divided into three sections as elements, attributes, and entities. So let's get to know one by one because this can be important in your knowledge base. So in HTML, an element is another word for a tag. A tag can be some text or image or even a headline. These tags are again divided into two sections as empty tags and pair tags. So an example of an empty tag is the BR tag. BR means break. That means keep one space of a line. So when we are making the website, you will know what is this BR actually. That means if you have some paragraph, then keep a space of a line and get back to the next paragraph. For that separation of paragraphs, we are using this BR tag. And what is a pair tag? And this BR is an empty tag. That means it is just a one single tag. And a pair tag in HTML means, for example, H1 means heading, and if you say H1 and close H1, it will give you bold, big text. You must enter the text you want to be displayed. You must enter the text you want to be displayed in the middle of this H1 tag. The pair tag should be closed once they are opened. Actually, we look into this practically when we are making the website. This is the opening tag of H1 tag. This is the opening tag of the H1 tag, and we close it using a slash in the beginning of the same tag like this. Now what is an attribute? Now ID is equal to headline is an attribute. An attribute is used to define the characteristics of an HTML element and is placed inside the element's opening tag. Now this attribute ID defines that this tag is a headline tag. Attributes can be used to change the color of the elements using CSS, which we will see practically later. So we can pick up this tag using CSS and then we can change the color of this tag. And there is the one last thing, which is entities. Entities are things like signs, something like copyright and registered and trademark, logos, those kinds of stuff. There is a special way to print these signs in HTML. For example, if you want to print the registered logo, then you should type this code. So there are many entities which we will be learning when we are making the website. That is HTML. If you got any questions, so that is simply HTML. And if you got any questions about HTML, make sure feel free to ask in the Q&A section. Normally I do reply to every question the students ask. Have you ever thought about the ruler of the World Wide Web? Who is actually the owner of the World Wide Web? Is it Bill Gates? Or is it the American military service? Actually, there is no owner for the World Wide Web. But the standards and the rules are made up by two bodies known as W3C, the World Wide Web Consortium. If you want to know anything correctly about the web, go to this website. They got all the updated information about HTML and every single thing about web, and that is w3c.org. And there is another body called Web Hypertext Application Technology Working Group, who work and maintain HTML. Now we have CSS. The cascading style sheet was invented in 1996. Now without CSS, your website will look horrible. Now without CSS your website will look horrible. Now without CSS your website will look horrible. Now HTML defines the structure and content of the website, while CSS adds the design and the beauty to the look of the website. We can add borders, change colors, or do any design with CSS. We can add borders, change colors, or do any design with CSS. Now JavaScript is the most important. It is one of the most high demand languages in the programming world today in 2018. This was invented in 1996 and the first name of JavaScript was actually ECMAScript. So Oracle purchased ECMAScript and renamed it as JavaScript. Note that JavaScript is never related with Java. Java and JavaScript are two completely different languages. Currently JavaScript is owned by Oracle and you can do animations and wonders using JavaScript. And also we are using JavaScript. And the cool fact is, we will be using JavaScript. Then what is this Bootstrap? Bootstrap is a front-end framework. What is a front-end framework? Bootstrap is a library which consists of thousands of codes of CSS and JavaScript. It was built by Twitter in 2011 and you will use Bootstrap to make your website responsive. Making a website responsive means the website should look great on every single device, in the mobile phone, in the tablet, or in the computer. Let me show you what a responsive website versus a non-responsive website looks like. So now this website is a responsive website. How do you know that this is a responsive website? If you go to So now this is in the desktop mode and the website is really good. And now I'm going to right click, go inspect. Right now you can go to the mobile view of this website in Chrome. And if you go to the mobile view, see the website is completely responsive. It is working really well in the mobile view. We have these menu bars and all these things are working really well, perfect. But if you go to the non-responsive website, still in the desktop mode it is really well. But if you go to the mobile view, see this, every single text is going right and this is not responsive and fitted into the mobile size and it is not user friendly at all. Got it? So now the responsive website works cool in mobile phones and tablets, while the non-responsive website stays same in every device, which is a little bit of ugly. A non-responsive website is not user-friendly and therefore we are using Bootstrap to create responsive websites. The last is jQuery. Similar to Bootstrap, it is also a front-end framework. Invented in 2006 by several people at New York City, but it consists of JavaScript. jQuery is a fast JavaScript library that can be used to simplify animations for speedy website development. We can do wonders using jQuery. So let's see and let's get into practical work how we can do these things. Okay, so that's it. In the next session, I think now you received a little bit of understanding about the history of internet and these languages and technologies we're using. So I just want to show you these things because we have to have some fundamental knowledge about these things, and if you knew them, then still okay, you just refresh your knowledge. So yeah, that's it. From the next session, let's see something else. Okay, section 2, video 3 done.